J'adore.
La caro.
Che cazzo hai detto?
Our ES50 final project is the Lamborghini Giocattolo SVJ, an RC car that we implemented with a cruise control system and our own custom controller.
Our cruise control functionality is based on a popular control loop mechanism known as a PID, which we implemented on our car using two major pieces of hardware, the Arduino itself and a motor encoder. The encoder is composed of a spinning magnetic disc and a stationary Hall effect sensor, which sends a pulse to a digital pin every quarter revolution. These pulses are then processed by the code and used to calculate the current speed in RPM. This value is then fed, together with a chosen setpoint, to the digital PID running on the Arduino, which then returns an output control value. This output value is then summed to the original input and the result converted to a pulse width modulated signal that is sent to the driving motor, bringing its speed closer to the setpoint. This process keeps repeating as long as the cruise control functionality is turned on, allowing the car to maintain a constant speed even as the environment around it changes.
The Arduino code for the controller works quite simply. After a variety of setbacks using 433 MHz radio, we decided on serial communication over the RX and TX pins. The cruise toggle button works by first checking whether the cruise state variable is 1 or 0. If it is 0 and the toggle is pressed, this sends a high reading to the digital input pin at 7 and changes the cruise state to 1. The input signals the Arduino to send the integer 3 over the serial monitor to be processed by the car. Similarly, if it is pressed again, cruise state is reset to 0 and the integer 4 is sent over serial. The decelerate and accelerate buttons work only while cruise state is 1, sending the variables 1 and 2 respectively to the car. The joysticks work using analog read, and then their range of 0 to 1023 is mapped to useful values to be processed by the motor and servo.
So here's some of our actual test footage. In practice, the RC car is pretty easy to use. Our controller has two joysticks, one that controls turning and one that controls forwards and backwards speed. Once a desired speed has been reached, the green button can be pressed, which activates our PID cruise control system. This allows the car to travel at a constant speed without having to touch the controller. From there, the speed can be increased by pressing the blue button and decreased by pressing the black button.
Tutti bravi a parlare nel song, guai, ma non ti ho mai visto far slide. Morire a fianco di mio bro, non c'è niente che possa fermarci. Oggi è un